Okay.
He grabbed all my stuff.
If you're in
from
the
me,
Instagram live,
and
get in the
he
YouTube
brought it to
live.
St.
Welcome
Paul.
to Water Wave Effect, episode 43. Um,
You're make sure to nigga live. I'm about to post this linky. What? When was this? Oh my god.
Damn, bro.
Oh, not
let's
listening to
double. Hit
music.
the link in bio. Get in the Water Wave Effect.
Jesus.
I feel like I remember you saying that. It was like in a box or something, right? Yeah, so they thought it was garbage.
It's fucked.
Like I remember that.
That's
Did
so
I come with
fucked.
you to pick it up, or was that a different time? When I went to, you had to go pick up some possessions from somewhere.
Pick up some possessions from somewhere.
Water Wave Effect, episode 43. We're
But yeah, we out here, man.
9 episodes away from 1 year.
Man, crazy.
Bussin'.
Getting sturdy.
What's even going on right now? Heat wave coming in.
Oh yeah, it's been
Bro,
a
it's been hot as
crazy heat wave.
hazy,
Like
bro.
it's really not
I
even
don't
that
even
hot.
know
The
if
thing
heat's hot,
is,
but
to
it's
be
hot,
honest,
yeah.
it's just moist as fuck.
It's
Like
humid.
as soon as
It's
you,
like
yeah,
Florida.
humid as hell. Like you walk outside and you're instantly in a sauna, but it's not even like a sauna that's that hot. So it's almost annoying.
It's a sauna
Yeah,
with
it's just-
with sunbeams.
It's a half-ass sauna.
Yeah, then you have to like just do life through it. It's just
Mhm.
not it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for that shit to cool down.
Yeah, it's a little too much right now.
Recycle, nigga. Global warming,
what else is-
nigga.
What have we? Did we do
What?
anything cool
No, I
in the past
posted that
week?
on the wrong story.
I felt like we did something this past weekend, but I can't quite remember.
Bro, I don't even.
This past weekend, that wasn't the yacht party, was it?
It might have been.
This
Was it?
past weekend, was it the yacht party?
Yeah, it was.
I don't think so. Maybe that was
No,
2
that
weeks
was
ago.
two
Oh yeah,
weekends.
That was
it was
2
like
weekends
weekend
ago.
before, yeah.
The Loon 100.
Well, we went to a loon yacht party
We're in
2
100
weekends
years.
ago.
100-year
100
anniversary.
years.
What?
Imagine loons have been around, Vape's been around for 100 years.
God, that'd be
100 years.
crazy.
In 90 years, they will be.
Probably.
Pretty
Boy.
much.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Loon
that's true.
100 year
Whatever.
anniversary yacht party is gonna look like.
I'll be in space.
What that shit gonna look like? It literally in space. Like that shit gonna be insane.
Gonna be
That shit gonna be
space,
vapes. You're just gonna
loon
install the
They're gonna
anniversary
be
vapes
so
into your
wealthy.
body.
They're gonna be a
Spaceship
world
party.
global power. and
Niggas
then
are
they're
gonna
just
be
gonna have their own space
smoking-
foundation and just have
Niggas gonna
niggas
smoke space
vapes
air
in space
and just get all the air
only
sucked out of their
space.
lungs real quick.
It's loose.
Get fucked.
That shit would be
Can
crazy.
you imagine getting buzzed in zero gravity, bro?
It's gonna come up with nicotine bugs.
I wonder if you
Nigga
got,
just
like-
dead.
If you drink like alcohol in space, does it work more or less or anything like
What?
that?
They probably
It'd
done
probably
an
just kill you.
experiment.
I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
it would
kill you.
have
It's just gonna
any
expand
effect.
in your blood molecules
It
and
just
just
expands your
I don't think it
veins
would
and then
have
you just pop like
no
a
crazy
balloon.
effects.
You probably just be off. You probably just be off it as hell. Make a tweak move, decompress like the ship or some tweak shit.
Like I wonder if like one
God.
beer is like equal to like 5 beers in space, just off the way like you digest. And I don't know.
There's just no gravity, so it just
Or,
yeah,
like smoking, like getting high. If you get way high, I mean, shit, you look out the window, you're gonna be high as hell.
dude. The paranoia you would get if you was fried,
Floating around.
bro. Floating, you look out the window, just space, my nigga. Ain't no way. I would bug out, bro.
Mhm.
I
He
would
said
bug
he-
out.
buggy.
Have you guys taken advantage of weed being legal yet in Minnesota?
Everywhere I go, brother.
Somewhat.
I don't even know what weed is, honestly.
Dude, I just
Yeah,
walk into
crazy.
people's front yards like, hey, bro, like, tell me not to.
I've just been stealing
know if
everybody's
that's allowed.
plants from their backyards.
yeah,
It's
just
been
turned
my
it just turned to just pure
motive and
crime. I'm
goal.
just
I was
just-
looking
just
on
the
IG
Batman
and
against
somebody
weed.
from like high school bought a plant from like Canna Connect or something the other
Oh,
day.
really?
Did
Yeah, it was
He did
pretty-
the class,
it's
the
pretty
grow
good.
class or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
right.
think
That's
so.
right.
I'm sick. I was supposed to go 2 days ago, and I didn't fucking go, and I really wanted to go. That's the second one I missed, but I'm gonna make the
You're
next
missing
one for
grow
sure.
ups.
Oh, me. I need to make sure that I'm going to, because those classes are like valued at like a band. Like some people are paying a lot of money to go to those classes. Yeah.
Different.
I mean, I can believe it. I mean, you're learning how to grow like that shit. To be
Yeah.
real, it's not like you're going to learn how to grow a tomato.
For real.
No
For
cap.
Tomato.
Yeah, there's some real science and chemistry.
I went to the last Can of Connect, like speakeasy type of vibe where they did like it was like a bunch of THC drink bar thing.
Oh yeah.
And vlog there, and I talked to someone that has been growing cannabis for years in a different state, and he just moved out here. He's looking to get into the business out here, but yeah, he's just kind of talking about the importance of, or like how hard it is to grow weed, and just like different ways of doing it, and quality changes if you do this or versus that. It's definitely a lot to learn, so I could see why those classes could be expensive.
Definitely. A lot
What's
of
good,
ins
Jay
and outs.
McDouble? How you doing?
Especially getting that in person, being able to ask questions. Definitely way better than just like Googling some shit and just trying to get up the strength of reading it.
For sure. With people who already done it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cannabis industry is gonna be crazy, man. I know there's like a lot of different things going around and different businesses coming up and doing their thing. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what it looks like in a year from now. Didn't you go to the Vikings thing?
I was at training camp.
Training
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
as
How was
well.
that?
Oh yeah.
But you got like the VIP in the training camp, right?
Kinda. I was in like the media. It's basically like almost just like the offices, but I got to go into like the media area and do a radio show for a few hours to help promote my dad's company.
Yeah. Sorry.
But then I also got to, like, he asked me about Waterwave on there too, so I got to talk about Waterwave a little bit for KXLP and Radio Mankato. But
Yes, sir.
it
Shout
was
out
pretty
to
cool. I
Kato.
didn't get to see any of the practice though, because like those offices are on the like complete other side of the training camp. It's like right
Mhm.
next to the indoor practice facility, but like where they were practicing was like you couldn't even see it if there was windows or whatever. Like it's
Oh,
just like
that
another
is-
building and another field. Like it's a big place.
Real complex.
That's pretty cool. I walked through some hallways because we got a little lost when we first got there. So I got like that picture I sent you of all the SBs and the YouTube
Yeah.
plaque, like that. Like we weren't even supposed to be up there really. Like we didn't like get kicked out, but we just went down the wrong hallway. And it was just a bunch of offices, like offensive lineman room, running backs room. Like they're like
Yeah.
areas they go to watch film and talk, and then like marketing directors and all this and that. And then there was that case that had all the like trophies in it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was
Yeah.
like, when Vikings got like a 100,000 subscriber.
Yeah,
plaque and their little
100,000
trophies. That's all.
subs.
I didn't even know what the other ones were.
That shit's
Oh,
fire.
me.
I peeped that in the back.
Oh, me. I was like, I could definitely tell Eric only knew the YouTube plaque, but
Me.
like literally,
Just
I was like,
bunch of,
it's insane how many film awards that they have for the
Yeah.
Vikings, like the
I wonder
Vikings
how they-
production.
is it just
Well,
for,
so
like,
we
NFL?
looked it up when you sent that picture. We looked up like how did they get all those, but
that
so
shit
they
was
do
crazy.
like a lot of like their broadcast shows win like sports like talk show awards and shit. Like I guess just their production in general is just a lot better, I'm guessing, than a lot of NFL teams or just other sports teams in general. Which I mean, even when you looked at the facilities, like that shit is far as hell away from the actual stadium, and they got whole real life like networking facilities over there and shit. So it's like it's dope. Even like the sets, I think like they even got like an award for sets, and like even like who the people are who are on the things, like best like sports anchor hosts and shit like that. So they were getting like crazy awards. It wasn't necessarily like the team was actually winning the awards, but it was like their production media team was actually winning all those awards, which is really dope. Because I
That's
mean,
crazy.
they're also obviously to a credit to getting that YouTube plaque and shit like that. Like, because the players play, like they don't worry about editing videos or shooting videos or taking pictures or any of that. All those people are the ones who are getting those people that doing the work to get those people that.
The
For
Vikings
sure.
also won the best
They need to
stadium
win
in
a
the
ring.
NFL.
Oh, that's tough.
Holy
Like,
shit.
off of,
Makes
like,
sense
off
though.
of like quality, cleanliness, staff appreciation,
Yeah.
like amenities, or like just overall like
Minnesota
stadium.
low key winning that department. We lit.
I mean, bro, Minnesota's
winning the ring.
Minnesota. We've definitely been winning in anything that really comes to like a lot of money shit. It's
Yeah,
just like
we're a business
our
capital.
yeah, like Minnesota is
that's true,
literally
that's
like
true.
a money state, but it's like the money isn't spread out sparingly, the way that it should be. Like,
yeah, it's like I feel like it's not as much with the youth type shit.
with the youth and just minorities in general. Like the money just doesn't float around the same way that it does for white people in general. But like it's definitely a money state, I'd say, for sure. And like a lot of people sometimes kind of take that for granted when they leave Minnesota, and then they realize it, like how much money there actually is here.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been hearing more and more people coming here from other states being like, shit, like I came here for the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people come here from their jobs
Yeah.
from different states.
There's a lot of
like, huh?
opportunities, bro.
A lot of factories, warehouses.
Yeah, Fortune
It's like
500
good industry.
companies
Yeah,
and
we
shit
got a
like
lot of companies.
that.
Got
A lot of good
3M,
careers, I feel
Millions,
like.
millions of dollars.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah.
So that's why there's so much money, man. So
makes
much
sense.
money in
That
Minnesota.
makes total
Angie's
sense.
Kettle Corn brand, like that was in Mankato, and I'm pretty sure they sold for almost $1 billion.
Holy fucking
Damn.
what?
You see, Boom Chicka Pop, it used to be called.
Oh, that's what it used to be called,
Angie's
really?
Kettle Corn. They used to sell
Wow.
it at like the local baseball games, and you could
Actually, I
buy it.
do remember you telling me about
Yeah,
that.
I
That's
wanna see
That's
fucking insane.
nuts,
what
bro.
they ended up selling.
Because they're in Target and shit, right?
Yeah, they're
like,
everywhere.
yeah.
Unreal, bro. That's unreal.
Yeah,
I
They
that's
just
know
had
those
that
people that-
recipe.
I knew the people that owned it, or their son.
Yeah, Minnesota got a lot of money, man. We started a lot of
No,
fucking
yeah, that's
businesses.
crazy.
out here.
3M is from out here.
It's
It's
interesting.
a
like when you
$54 billion
Shutterfly is out here,
company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3M,
yeah,
3M.
3M,
So
yeah.
you know, like in the beginning of 3M, so I think they started like somewhere a little bit more northern, like the two owners or
Oh,
whatever, and so they used to not be able to afford their breakfast. They used to go to like a diner every day, and sometimes they wouldn't be able to afford their tabs and shit. So like they started giving like their favorite waitress shares in 3M. And then it like,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
and then they just got
before
up
they
as
blew
fuck,
up, yeah, before they blew up, and then literally
Holy
like
fuck.
Shorty just like came up off of like all types of like their shares just blowing up because their brand became $1 billion company. Like
Yeah,
just
3M became 3M. Holy shit.
Yeah, so like it's just like her kindness and like basically paying their tab or like just not like
holding it
charging them
down.
like for certain things and stuff like held her down in the long run.
Damn.
Which
Hey,
is just
take the
insane.
lesson. Hold people down. You know what I'm talking
For
about?
sure.
Never know who
You
gonna be the
never
next
know.
3M owner. Go
You
fuck with you.
never
And if
know.
Say you
somebody
stock, and
offer
then you
you
go be up
stocks or
some ends
bonds
off the
over
strike.
money,
Hey,
take
come
the
on.
stocks.
Yeah, Boom Chicka Pop sold to Conagra, which is a Chicago-based
Fire.
company that owns Oval Redenbacher. They bought the Boom Chicka
Holy
Pop
shit.
brand for $250 million.
Holy shit.
And it started off as like them just having their own recipe that they made kettle corn at like the Mankato Moondogs games, and they had like a little stand there at every game.
Damn, they
That's how
shouldn't have
started.
even sold it.
Can
They
you
should've just-
imagine
Probably even
just
started lower than that
Can you
too.
imagine just starting a
should've kept the
popcorn
going.
brand, then it just turns into a $250 million business?
Because you go from making it yourself, like you and your husband, maybe your family, cousin, son, daughter, whatever, like just making it to like getting an investor to build a warehouse and make it super big.
Mass produce that
And then
shit.
find, Target and Walmart's to carry it. And then it becomes actually successful around the world, probably in different countries too.
Yeah.
To where like, damn, this kettle corn is like my preferred kettle corn to buy for, popcorn, or they have, sea salt and chocolate and all these other flavors now, but their
still
kettle
smack.
corn is like was their bread and butter.
I be having that shit at the
So-
crib sometimes.
Yeah, like that's
Okay,
crazy.
Local shit going on. Right
But now it's not. Now it's all owned by someone else.
Owned
Wow.
by the little booth
So
dudes.
stop buying it.
The dude with the little red bag, old man on it.
Oval Redenbacher.
Oh my god.
They
I
own-
wonder where
that's
they started that
fire
shit.
popcorn
I
though. That's
swear.
that's the brand I buy. Like if
That's
I'm buying
like
microwave
that's the one that
popcorn,
comes like already pre-buttered and shit.
Yeah, you can get ultimate butter, Oval Redenbacher, or the movie theater style. It's gas. I'm a
Boy
big,
know
I'm a
his
big,
popcorn.
I'm a big
Dude,
popcorn connoisseur.
Popcorn.
I did a, you
Come
ever
bro.
do the science fair in like 5th grade, 4th grade, elementary school?
I do
We had
remember
to make the big
those.
tag board thing, and
Yeah.
one of my
I don't even think
one
I did
year
that shit.
I
I didn't
did.
participate. I remember it
Which
though.
I think I only did it
swear.
1 year, but
Took
I
a
tried to
L
do
on
something
that one.
else and then it didn't work. But I ended up I did what popcorn brand pops the best, like has the least amount of kernels left over.
Interesting.
That was my experiment, and I don't remember who won, but
Wow, dudes did the whole experiment.
was
Don't
like-
remember
this
the
was like
results.
20 years ago.
You said which
Dude,
popcorn
well,
tastes
20
the best,
years.
you said?
like which pops the best, like which one has the least amount of
pops the
kernels
best.
left over at the end.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
But then it's like you know, then you get critiqued by these science geeks that come in and be like, well, did you count how many kernels everyone started with and the percentage of how many kernels, you know, instead of just being
off
you know,
that
pick
the
you apart.
variable.
Just a little kid just getting shit on.
yeah, I started, my first experiment was
That's why
how
you
many
gotta
licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Oh,
That was my first one, and I was like licking that bitch, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm like 5 days into this one sucker trying to lick this shit, and then I'm just like, this is not gonna work, and then I just started like just making up fake ass numbers. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna suck on it for 20 seconds, and that counts as like 30 licks. Like, I just started, and then I just got to it, and I was like, this is not working. And then it's like, and then I remember like talking to my like science teacher or whatever about it, and they're like, oh well, you know, like for it to be a true study, you're gonna need multiple people to do it and to compare numbers and average it out of like, oh, it took you 1,000 licks, but it only took him 700, so really it's 850. You know, like,
God,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
they
that.
try
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
you off.
Jeez, I
that.
feel like
The
that's kind of
popcorn one
intense
was
in
like-
fifth grade.
I mean, it's real
the
science
popcorn one
though.
was like last minute, like week of, like this Tootsie Pop one isn't gonna work. Like, let me just like, what's the next thing we could do? And somehow that's what we. came up with.
That was probably the better option anyway.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, they did get you off that with the kernel count and shit.
Yeah,
But I mean,
shit,
that's
okay,
probably on the nutritional facts on the back of the bag.
potentially like approximate how many
Yeah.
kernels are supposed to be in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, 'cause I
Oh.
mean, if you look at like serving size and serving size per bag, you could approximate it like that. But
Because they was trying to get your ass off that. That shit's funny.
trying to shit on some kids, man.
Jesus.
Fortune, yeah. Well, Fortune 500 companies and money and stuff too.
Oh,
The
shit,
when I did
man.
the trapper interviews, that's what like half the people said about what they liked about Minnesota was that there was money out here.
For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, go get you some money, I guess.
Yeah.
Go get you some dollars.
Apparently, it's just on trees out here.
Yeah, and I think even Honeywell is like another Fortune 500 company that was like really popular out of Minnesota too.
Damn.
I've seen
really?
their-
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I've seen their
Cambria,
buildings
like-
before. I don't
Cambria
even know
from
what they do.
Minnesota.
I think so.
Cambria?
It's crazy because
Countertops.
I think they make like
Oh.
yeah, Cambria is they make countertops, but
Damn.
Honeywell does like fire alarms and shit like
Yeah.
that, like just
Mm.
weird random
cool.
household appliances and shit. Like AC, like the little AC
Yeah.
turn things and
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
It's
But
like,
like,
that brand, like you know of it, but you don't necessarily know exactly what specific thing they do. They just
Yeah.
do so much. Like,
they,
all
well,
that
see,
kinda
that's
shit,
like the
that
same
kinda
thing with
vibe.
3M. Is like they
Yeah,
originally
yeah.
they originally started as a sandpaper company, like
What?
just literally just trying to mine and get like the right tools to
Yeah.
create sandpaper and shit.
I
And
had
then
no
like I know
idea.
like around the 50s they created like one of the first inhalers. Random. Yeah, like random. So like you literally just went into like the construction market and then just dove into the
Dove into
pharmaceutical market.
medicine.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah, like,
what?
Just quick as hell, like weird as hell. But yeah, they have like a lot of inventions that like they've made. So I feel like they just ended up buying
Yeah,
like
they made like the
laboratories
little
and
sticky
shit.
tape
And
that
just
don't
keep
come
it
on,
off
keep
the
it-
wall
Yeah,
and
the
shit.
adhesives
Yeah,
and shit like
adhesives
that.
and shit.
But that was all just part of I think inventions, like that they had some kind of like
a
laboratory
department,
and they
yeah.
would literally just create random ass inventions.
and just
And
That's
whichever
cool.
ones that they thought could be $1 billion invention, they'd put it out. Like,
yeah, that's
They're definitely cool.
that's
They have
so
a lot.
interesting.
They
Bro.
have a lot.
I didn't know.
They
I
be
did not
making,
know they
like-
started a
They be making
sandpaper
post-it
country.
notes, all type of shit.
yeah. And like the
Yeah,
all those things
yeah,
that you put to
right.
hang pictures on the walls and shit like
Yeah, bro.
that. Like, yeah, I think that's like what their one of their more popular thing
It
is
is, for
their
sure. Nowadays,
adhesives, like
yeah,
their
nowadays.
even their
Yeah.
tape, like
I'd
anything
say that's
like
their
that.
bread and butter.
Yeah, is like I definitely say they probably sell the most of, but
Or
as
even
soon
like
as you get into the
sandpaper
medical,
though, still
yeah,
sandpaper.
Sandpaper is the same because like I still
'Cause
see it's
construction's
3M
everywhere,
labeled
yeah.
sandpaper on whenever I go to Home Depot and shit. So it's
Yeah,
like they
bro.
still stay to their roots, but then obviously like they had to make certain moves to make a money jump. Because I know like
Yeah.
once you get into like that medical thing, like the government's even paying you for that shit.
there's
like
so
they're
much
like,
bread
bro,
in the
I need
medical
$1 million
field."
in fucking inhalers, like just to hold that shit down. Like
Like I knew this one dude I went to high school with. His dad had a company that refurbished old medical gear and then would
Mm.
resell it to hospitals.
yeah,
Bro, that nigga was up
Yeah.
as fuck.
they make a lot of
bro.
fucking money off that
Target's
shit because
from
you
here?
have to buy it.
Target's from here?
So listed on this Twin Cities Pioneer Press, Fortune 500 companies.
Damn.
Minnesota's Fortune 500 companies. These are the largest companies in the state. Maybe not started.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I
in
think
the
because
state.
like Best Buy's headquarters
Yeah,
is
yeah,
here,
like
but I don't think they
Polaris-
started here.
Polaris, I don't
No,
think
yeah, I
started
think they
here.
do have like a Target headquarters here.
Headquarters,
Because my
yeah.
teacher's
So I guess they at
little
least have the
sister
headquarters, yeah.
worked there, and she used to take her on trips to like Greece and shit.
Damn, Thrivent's a Fortune
Damn.
500 company. That's right in downtown.
Just her little sister just worked at Target, and she was just the avid teacher.
Ormetal
Is
Foods.
That's good. And they used to bring
Ecolab
students
one?
and shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ecolab. Sun
Ecolab
Shade,
got that
Like, he was,
big
like,
ass
cool with
building
her
in
son.
St.
St.
Paul.
Paul-based
Yes,
company
he
which
went to
sells
school
water,
there.
hygiene,
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
energy technologies.
So crazy.
Ecolab got like one of the biggest.
Land O'Lakes, General
Buildings
Mills,
out there.
They were up. They lived in,
Yeah,
like,
General Mills is big. Their
Super
shit's like right off the
Value,
exit.
CHS. Fifth
Egan-
largest, biggest
either
company in the
Egan
state.
or Edina.
CHS.
Her name is
Mhm.
McQueen.
What does that
Grove
do?
Heights
Miss
based
McQueen.
agricultural business. $32 billion.
Yeah, shit was
Jesus.
crazy, though.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of bread, bro. There's so much fucking bread out here.
United Health
Red
Corp. And
Gillette.
Rochester's got like one of the nicest hospital like in the country, doesn't it? Rochester.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like one of the best ones.
That's where LeBron and Bronny
Definitely.
James are at.
It's definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah.
It-
For what?
it's
That's
like a really,
clutch.
it's really definitely a very clutch, like kind of blessing that we have that in Minnesota because
No
it's like
cap.
if you catch like a very severe illness, you just know that if you go to Rochester, like that's like the best you can do.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean,
that's the
like,
best you
bro,
could do
as a
for
normal
yourself.
person, like, if they can't fix you, I mean,
Like,
you tried your best.
You tried, bro. You tried every day at that point.
Like, at
Because
that
there ain't
you
no
just gotta
point in trying to
run,
fly out to
run.
no other country to get that shit. Like,
Even aside from being rich, like we have a lot of like I feel like Minnesota's like actually like a really nice state, like to like just with a lot of stuff that there is to do and happen. Like
It's ranked
we
like
have
within like the
every
top like
sports team.
three.
We have a professional sports
best
team in like
things to
every
live.
league too.
Yeah,
and they're all
for
like
sure.
in the same area, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah, and they're all at least semi decent, if not good.
Yeah.
Bad curse on
I just
Hall's
hate-
not win nothing.
I mean,
They never won anything
well,
big,
hey,
but at
the
least they're never
Lynx,
the
the
worst.
Lynx have won
The
four-time
Lynx
Yeah,
have
no, the Lynx are,
champions.
yeah, they're good.
We'll
Yeah,
give
they're
them
good.
that.
The Twins
That's
won
the
Yeah, the
one
Lynx are
thing.
good. Yeah, the Lynx
The
are
Twins
cold.
do have two.
Yeah, the
so-
Twins. They used to be.
It's just
called,
we
right?
weren't alive for it.
Yeah,
sadly.
we weren't there
But-
for it.
But we
And
were
like,
alive for the Lynx, so all
Every
four
time, yeah.
championships
And I would say
too.
there
I
were
thought they
some
had more than
seasons where
that
even
shit.
like
They
even the
had to be
Vikings and the
going
T
ham.
Wolves were pretty solid, like the Garnett days and the Randy Moss days. We were
See,
cold.
Yeah,
the
Favre
see, we
days. never got a
needed
champ,
dubs.
though.
Yeah, we needed
needed
dubs from those
championship, though.
teams.
We
Like
Even when we
did.
had Brett
the
Favre,
'98
like, we
team
got
should have
shipped
got
out
us a
of that.
championship.
It should have. It should have.
Yeah,
It didn't though.
but it's
What's
okay.
poppin',
Shit
Trevor?
happens,
What's
bro.
good?
A kicker
Micah,
will
what's
lose
good?
it all
Song,
for us.
Mike,
Koso.
ask him what I'm drinking.
Fucked.
Boozy tea. We're getting drunk
Boosie.
at 10 a.m.
Mr.
Oh
my God.
T.
Broken
It's the only one I
Poppin'
got,
vibe.
so I'm not gonna get drunk. But yeah, boozy tea. It's got
What's good,
alcohol.
Zong?
Oh,
Also,
me, welcome back
Darjeeling tea
home,
and
man. I
hibiscus
seen y'all was
flowers.
going crazy in the ATL.
Oh, bro, welcome
but yeah,
back,
no,
bro.
literally,
That shit look lit.
I just feel like you can't really try to like take this state for granted. I feel like you
Bro.
really truly do notice, just like kind of Zong was saying, is you do notice when you leave here how much you appreciate here. Like even if it's not even just like the money things, like bro, the fucking air quality here.
Bro, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
oh
for
my
sure.
quality.
Whenever I go to any other
For
states,
sure.
I'm like, damn, bro, how do people live in this shit
Just
like for a long
shitty.
time? Because it's like even like places like New York, LA, Miami, bro,
God,
it
bro.
literally smells like piss,
like piss
outside.
and shit
like,
everywhere, bro.
and that's like the crazy thing. It's like, bro,
even Chicago in a lot of
yeah,
spots.
even in Chicago, like it's
Like,
like,
yeah.
bro, I don't understand how like a lot of people just fuck with waking up and smelling sewage and like. And seeing rats outside,
Like,
that's
Oh,
like
that's
one
crazy.
thing
And
too
that's
for me.
like they
When I was
vibe.
just in Chicago,
In
like
Chicago,
they
that
just
happens.
there.
That happens,
They just
bro.
there,
I was
bro.
gonna say,
They're just
Chicago, that happens.
outside. They're chilling next to you. You outside eating at a restaurant. They
It's like a
literally just
squirrel.
right there, bro,
They're like
just having
squirrels and
fun.
chipmunks.
Yeah,
It's like they're
like-
fucking rats and shit.
But it's
that shit's
crazy,
scary.
bro. It's crazy, but I definitely do appreciate our state because, bro, we
Clean,
we
doesn't
we're
it?
It's
yeah
the
we're
best, bro.
definitely
It's
a
one of the
clean
best
state.
places to like genuinely live.
Green state. There's a lot of water.
Bro,
the shit,
the
the
fuck
shit
ton of-
is
yeah,
polluted. I
lakes,
ain't gonna lie.
trees
Mississippi
and
River's
shit.
for sure
even,
polluted.
even the
but it
bums ain't
look
as loose
better.
as the bums could be.
Yeah,
Facts.
true.
Facts.
Like I was literally
No
about to
cap.
say that too. Like
they could
in
be a
terms
lot
of
looser.
like the amount of homeless people you see in these other states, and obviously they have a lot bigger population than us, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know if Minnesota, if we got to that exact same population, I feel like we'd kind of start moving at a pace where it's like we do things still better, like in terms of like the cleanliness and like giving people places to go to.
I think so,
because like
bro.
there's a decent amount of resources for homeless people in Minnesota. Like, obviously we'd want to attack it and be better at it, but like there's still a decent amount of resources compared to maybe the other ones that they have in.
No, yeah, the
states.
resources
100%.
are all there here basically, as long as
sure.
you're
Like, there's
willing
no
to like.
places,
As long
get
as
off
you're
of the
willing to get
drugs,
off,
yeah.
as long as
you
you're
can
willing to
get
get
back
off,
on your
get
feet.
back on your feet, like
Mhm.
there's normally an option around
there's
here for
places
people. Yeah,
and
like
resources and beds, meals.
for sure.
It's like, bro, I don't even lie, because I won't lie. You go to some other places and you see just like what their homeless people even just look like compared to
Yeah.
ours.
No,
bro.
that's what I said.
Nigga.
Ours don't look that bad.
Like,
Even
bro,
just like
it's intense
what
in
happened to
some other
Venice
places.
during COVID, like Venice Beach. Oh my god, bro! It's like I just don't like.
How it got trashed.
Yeah,
Dude, it
because
got
like it's
bugged.
weird because like in Minnesota, like we had that during COVID, we had the encampments, and then like we put them like in parks and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it became like overrun or completely destroyed like the value of like a lot of places. I do know that there were a lot of neighborhoods like in shit like even like Powderhorn who were really like kind of affected by that.
Yeah.
But it definitely
the
isn't like the
degree,
same
though.
degree of damage that like taking down a whole Venice and just creating it as a whole homeless encampment
Yeah,
area
bro.
would do to tourism in LA.
And,
Like, you know what I'm
literally, 'cause
saying?
there are
Like,
places in other there are places in other states where like businesses are like there'll be completely vacant streets
Yeah.
because it's that bad.
yeah, houses.
people
People are
won't
leaving
shop.
houses and won't
Yeah,
buy
people
the
won't-
houses on there.
literally, like
So
places are going vacant.
yeah, it's definitely tragic. Definitely tragic.
Minnesota's sweet.
We're
bro.
blessed
No
over
cap.
here, man. Can't
No
complain.
cap. We
Minnesota's
lit.
the best state of all 50 of them.
Literally live
For
here,
sure.
travel anywhere else you want to go.
Yeah.
We were voted. Like, I don't know exactly, but I feel like every time
think
there's
we're
always
voted
voting about
Number 10 out of the top 10
for
Best states to
place
live
best
in.
states. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
So we on the list.
we on the list. We're also one of the worst for black people to live on, though.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
we're
We're
like-
literally the
We're
worst.
one of the worst. It's fucking tragic.
Especially in
Which
the
is kinda
cities
crazy.
as of the past
That's
few
crazy.
years with like just all the
To a
fucking
degree.
cop shit, shooting kids and all this shit has not been a good look for Minnesota.
Not
Well, it's
making
really
it.
just because all the black or colored people are just in one or multiple of the same areas. Like they're not,
Concentrated.
they don't have like a chance to spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to U.S. News,
Tragic.
Minnesota's number 5 as of 2023.
Oh, weird.
Don't we have
Boosted
the
up.
highest Somali
fucking
population
5
in the
ranks.
US?
We do.
Us in
Yeah,
Seattle.
because I think
Which is
But that's
which
fair
is
because we
truly
handled
changing.
COVID really, really well.
Yeah, and which is truly changing that whole minority perspective of the worst place to live in.
yeah.
Is truly our Somali population is changing
They
that
going ham,
heavily.
for
But I
sure.
think that was also like an investment on Minnesota's
Behalf,
government
yeah,
part
for sure.
in the 90s or whatever when they decided to build those buildings like Cedar and Riverside and shit. They knew that okay, if we bring 500K or 100K, 200K people here, we know that they're going to have kids and we know that at least maybe a third of them are going to be successful in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
So that's going to help our economy.
Mhm.
So it's like, I know that
For
they
sure.
definitely planned that in terms of because they already knew they had a white state. They didn't have a lot of minorities here. So they're like, let's just drop a bunch of minorities here
Yeah.
and see how much that changes the demographic.
And the thing
And
Yeah.
it definitely has. It
and the
definitely
thing that
has
they
for
did,
sure.
like I'd say better than like on the African American side was they like when they got placed into their community, they bought and owned it and ran it with each other and ran their own economy and then spread it out to Minnesota.
Yeah,
So-
I would say they definitely like kind of they bought a lot of like the
Their block.
buildings
They
and the
bought their
blocks
block.
around
Like, if you
it.
go
I
to
wouldn't say the
Cedar-
actual Cedar building because
Yeah,
that's
they don't
government
no,
property.
they don't own that.
But yeah, like
but they bought their neighborhood.
yeah, bought the neighborhood and
Yeah,
kept moving
restaurants,
around
like
it.
everywhere
yeah.
you go
Yeah.
in their neighborhood,
Yeah.
somebody owns or works there.
Yeah.
Like if you go to fucking East St. Paul, the block I grew up on,
Yeah,
you walk in the stores, it's all Arab niggas and shit. No
Yeah.
black niggas walking behind the counter, nobody owning shit.
yeah.
So that's the difference. That's why they up.
No, yeah,
'Cause
I
they
think-
just built their community better.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's also just like the big thing about when you're kind of coming from like a refugee situation, like you you can't worry about all the fighting and the shit that was happening back home. It's kind of like you have to create this new home with the people that you have, the people that look like you.
100%.
And like obviously because it's like low income housing too at Cedar and Riverside, I feel like that made more of like a stronger sense of community for a lot of like the Somali people. I think it's really hard because like with African Americans, it's like hundreds of years. We're talking 400 years of slavery, plus like
culture strips,
plus like civil rights movement era.
But that's like
so that split people and that changed a lot of people's minds and like how people.
But that's like
a
mentality that we don't need to necessarily hold on to.
No, but it's just really hard when you attach death, like lynchings and things like that, and you have the KKK and all these other groups, and the government won't even let you do nothing. Like, just imagine, like, the Somalis came here in the 90s. Ilhan Omar is now one of our most leading politicians right now in 2020, starting like in 2017, 2018. So it's like, bro, it didn't take them long to assert
30 years. That was fast as fuck.
Into the U.S.
And so many blacks came from like
to get some
Chicago.
diplomacy.
That was a chance for new beginnings. Like when they came from Chicago, and then they tore down the Rondo neighborhood to build 94, and they moved everybody. That's like all of those are new chances of new beginnings to start again.
I feel like to the African American community, it feels like we're getting beat down over and over again. Like because like even when you talk about like the cities that were being torn down, it's like it's not necessarily like that. It's was not a good thing. The black community's like choice. Sure. It was never normally the black community's choice.
They literally own those homes during that time period and were thriving and got forced to sell them.
So it's just like it's years of like just continuous beat down. I feel like that really affects like the African American like mind of togetherness. But even though like I still feel like as African Americans in whole, I think we still have this different understanding of like family. We have a
camaraderie like on the back end.
On the back end. But it's like when you're really trying to push forward with it, I think a lot of people still have those fears of, is the government just going to shut me down? Is everything that I do going to get shut down? Because it's like, bro, like if you think about it, the Somalis were handed it by the government. It's not like the black communities have gotten just straight buildings that like, I mean, we have like old block and shit, and they're just up. They're already just fucked up projects from the start. Like they're never like truly ran correctly. And it's like I'm not saying that Cedar or Riverside is ran correctly either, because like a lot of Somalis just spread out and went towards the suburbs and started creating. But that foundation was enough to like kickstart a whole community, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we've had the kickstart opportunities as African Americans, but just been shot down so many times that it makes people like, we have that, like you said, camaraderie for each other and understanding for each other and family like instinct for each other. But I feel like at the same time we're scared to approach and move forward because of all the bullshit.
Cedar Riverside almost brought out the biggest rapper in Minnesota history.
Shit, they've brought out a few. I'd say they've definitely brought out a few. There's millions of views that have come out of fucking Cedar Riverside in terms of like artists and shit. And that's something that like I think labels are starting to kind of understand too a little bit more, because like I mean there's a lot more artists, and there's still other dudes that they could make a song right now and it'd get hella fucking views and
go
shit.
Up, bro. Literally, it's a lot.
I wonder how like the original days of like ZR, Lil Mo, and their whole crew, and like how like did they gain their fans because like a lot of people around there knew them growing up, like the kids that you grew up with, playing in the park with, playing soccer with, like playing all.
It was a lot.
I think it was a mix. It was a mix of like a lot of things.
Because like you have to obviously have some type of buzz before to get like that out of state attention.
So that's what I was going to say.
Just that niche, like family, like type of community of Cedar, that they were all just like, they all knew who he was before. I mean,
nigga, I won't lie. The community is really tapped in. Like, so from a lot of my friends from back in the day, like they would be really tapped in with like the community out in like Seattle, and they would know like artists from out there and vice versa. Yeah. So I feel like that type of thing, because like they would even like out to like smaller pockets in like LA and stuff.
Yeah. That's major. And then like I also think like the overall camaraderie of bro, like most of these people lived in 2 separate buildings during like the early 2000s and 90s. So it's
Yeah,
like
it's facts.
these people know whose kids or whose kids, like who looks like who and all this other shit, because like there's characteristics and traits and things that people see in their own people that will help them understand things more. Last names, names like that, like all that type of shit puts in together. But I also think like there was like a kind of like meme aspect to like Lil Mo, like
With the
early
Lil Durk
with the
shit.
whole Lil Durk shit early, like because that video I had seen when
I
I
had
was in
seen
like
it when I
middle
was a
school.
kid, yeah.
So like I remember seeing that, and then like you kind of like recognize Lil Mo when he
Yeah,
started
you're like,
blowing
is
up.
that
Like,
bro?
is that
Yeah,
same little nigga? Like,
Yeah.
am I
Yeah,
tweaking?
literally,
Or
yeah.
but
No,
like
for sure.
literally, like I think that also helped in terms of like garnering a lot more people who were more in tune with like the Chicago
normal
scene,
culture,
the
yeah.
more like
Yeah.
the real like
the real drill
the
scene.
drill scene
Yeah.
from back in like 2012 2013. A lot of those people understood because Lil Mo was an influential part of the drill scene,
Yeah.
and Lil Durk's
And
come
Lil
up,
Durk's
which is
come up,
crazy, which is really crazy. But it's like
he was a
that
meme.
kind of, I think, helped like his popularity in getting over with other people. But then the fact, like Ouija said, that Somalis are everywhere, bro.
No, yeah,
they're
that's for sure.
everywhere. So it's like some of them may have started in Minnesota, but went to Boston, went to Seattle,
Yeah.
went to Canada, went to this, and like
Yeah, bro.
literally all those pages, like
Tapped in.
Six Buzz and shit, they're literally ran by Somalis from Canada.
Yeah.
So it's like then they see other Somalis from Minnesota going off, they're gonna be pushing they shit.
Yeah, for
These
sure.
niggas from Seattle see them Somali niggas from Minnesota because that's basically the hometown. That's the
Yeah.
homeland. That's
Yeah,
where things
because
started.
that's where they started
know?
from,
Home
the
base.
motherland.
Yeah. But like there was, I know that in like San Diego there was like a pretty big Somali population there before the whole war and shit started, but Minnesota quickly out toppled that in the 90s for sure.
Man,
Quick little Minnesota history lesson.
for real.
Quick
the power and the
history,
power
man.
of a community, man.
For
Straight
real,
up.
for real. I mean, that's it. Really, like I feel like we've seen it happen like in different places across the U.S.
Yeah,
like
100%.
like Pacific Islanders in the Southwest, like they're really doing their thing in terms of like whether it's entertainment industry or like just different industries. But like a lot of people too, like I remember when we went to college, like I feel like that was kind of like the realization, oh my God, there's like other huge communities of people out in these other states doing their own different things.
Yeah.
But I mean,
No
yeah,
cap.
even if you just look at the history of Pacific Islanders in the US, like bro, we fucked those people up so bad, bro. Literally stealing islands over fucking bananas and pineapples and shit. Like, but it's just like, yo, at some point the people have to find their own community here, I guess, because that's just how history has went.
Brought us here.
Yeah,
type shit.
brought us here. But it's really, I think that if you want your community to thrive, you have to be together as a community for
100%.
real.
You have to hold
For
each other
real.
down because
Yeah.
the thing is like people within your community are the only people who are gonna truly understand your same
Nah,
struggles.
they've been holding each other
Okay.
down too long. They need to lift each other up. You mean?
Yeah, no, straight
I-
up, who each other.
but-
Yeah, lift
but-
each other up. No cap.
No, yeah, for sure. Could that be the thing? We definitely be holding it down too much.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our Instagram for the past week. What do you?
But we love
seen
Minnesota.
we posted
For
about
Me, man,
um,
Minnesota's a
no,
amazing
no
place.
hip hop song or rap song has been #1 this year. Was that the fact
Yeah.
on Billboard? A full year, so 365 days. So is it like? What about? Is it just a single?
I think
or
it's like
is
a
it album?
single
Because I feel did Travis Scott's album did really well and Uzi's
Album.
album did pretty well, right? But
Yeah.
not like a single.
Yeah.
They haven't had that big hit single this year. Like
That's
normally
fair
have.
though, because I haven't heard like a song. You know, there's usually one song that you hear like everywhere.
Like
after-
Laugh Now Cry Later or some shit
Yeah.
God's playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so true.
Like no.
Yeah, like Luke Combs it's literally country singers and pop singers at the top right now. And Afrobeats. So #1 is Richmond North of Richmond. Richmond North of Richmond
I don't even know.
by Oliver
fuck,
Anthony
bro.
Music. #2 is Fast
Huh.
Car by Luke Combs, which is country. #3 is Last Night, Morgan Wallen, the dude that literally like made the song with Lil Durk, the country dude.
Oh, crazy.
Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift is #4. Rema, Selena Gomez, Calm Down. That's like an Afro song. That's number 5. And then Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire. And then Fuck You Mean Gunna is number 7. So that's, I
Ooh.
think, and he
QP.
peaked at 4. He peaked at 4, and he's currently going down right now.
Damn. At least he was up there though.
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
that's the thing is
He didn't hit number
nobody's
one,
been
though,
able to
nobody
peak.
hit number
Yeah,
one.
at 1.
Make sure.
Even Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, they peaked at 7.
Damn.
SZA peaked at 10. All My Life
Damn.
peaked at number 2.
I was
So
gonna
it was
say.
really close.
Yeah,
But
'cause I
then
was
it
gonna
got
say,
shot down pretty quick.
They almost had one.
They almost did. They
Who was
almost
that?
did.
J. Cole and Lil Durk. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they
J.
wasn't
Cole,
trying to
Lil
give
Durk.
Lil Durk the number 1.
Oh, me, he was
They-
pushing that
he was
album.
pushing-
That
if it
album
was J.
going.
Cole's song, they might have gave him the number
Oh,
1, but it
yeah.
was Durk's song. They said, "Nah, we can't have no drill nigga." At the
Yeah,
top.
there's a lot of different. There's a lot of different names on here, but Meltdown, Travis Scott, Drake peaked at 3, and now it's already at 19.
God
Damn.
So
And
it was
Gunna
that
is still
initial,
holding-
first week.
The QP
That's
ski is holding up over Travis.
I think it's just way better for TikTok and real sounds.
Yeah, it is.
QP ski. Yeah,
yeah.
gonna da word because that counts as streams.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the people
yeah.
Every
that
time
when
somebody
you
make
play
a
that on
TikTok,
TikTok
yeah.
or you play that on Reels and people are watching it, those count as streams.
You're just getting
Cause
So,
I
yeah.
literally just heard that like meme like either
Yeah.
this morning.
I
or
literally
last
used that
night.
for a
Song,
story, like
yeah.
the last story that I
Is it the
posted
last
on
hip
some
hop
other shit.
song to make it on Billboard #1 was Nicki Minaj "Super Freaky Girl," released August 12, 2022. So I guess that would kind of make sense because it's August.
within the last year.
22nd,
Yeah,
23rd.
That's the last one that's on this website at least.
Damn.
Tragic.
Beats, rhymes, and stuff.
They're saying though
So
that
Ice Spice
Nicki's,
was the last one,
no
or Nicki?
And
but
then
there's
before that was Jimmy Cooks, Drake, and 21 Savage. Wait for You, Drake, and Future.
Which is, like,
10.
almost
which was
more of, like,
all
R&B.
2022.
Jack Harlow
So
was all
2022 rap was
Lil
just
Nas X,
booming
Jack
basically.
Harlow, Industry Baby, Future, Drake, Young Thug, Way Too Sexy, 2021. Polo G,
Damn.
Rap Star, 2021. See, Polo G was getting #1 songs. That's how you know the rap game has changed.
for sure.
It's funny because
Yeah.
Polo G is like a meme now. I've been seeing or hearing.
Yeah,
like-
he don't like the rap game no more and all this other shit.
And
I've seen
people
that.
people
We
are
don't
like
like him
comparing
anymore.
artists to Polo G. They said somebody turned into Polo
WAP
G.
was 2020.
Like if you start
Holy
making too
shit.
much of the same music, they say, oh yeah, they said Trippie Redd turned into Polo G.
So apparently there's like
That's
this
good.
"Try That in a Small Town" song that came out after the Alabama Bolt Brawl by Jason Aldean,
Mhm.
and that charted at #1 on billboards. And it's
Just
like
because of
subtly
fight?
racist. It's like subtly like
Oh, I heard
racist
the
Oh,
and
wow.
shit.
that-
I
it was
haven't
even
heard
like,
it.
wasn't it? I haven't heard the song, but I heard the argument, and it was something about saying like, if you don't like the way it is over here, pack your shit up and leave, or
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Like he was just saying
Oh.
like if you don't like living in this area, then why are you living in this area? Wasn't that
Mm,
kind of the premise
Kinda,
behind the song?
yeah.
I haven't listened to it, but I did hear about that. That it was like a big deal. That
Niggas foul.
he was like
Yeah, that
making a
shit's cap.
subtle racist song. but
Yeah,
it
and he
wasn't,
was
like,
just-
anything about color, but it was like subtly like about like demographics of where people are living and the actions that are happening in those areas.
Yeah, like I
Right.
mean, you can tell he just trying to come at black people basically, and he's saying don't live like this, and it's like I mean, you can also tell like some of it is like you can tell it's like kind of pain because I think there's a music video out and it's like people trying to fight against like protesting and shit like that, and like basically like even in the first like few lyrics, bro talking about sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjack an old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. Yeah, you think it's cool? Well, act a fool if you like cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. So like,
So
that's
basically,
the first
that's how like some
few lines of the song.
KKK ass redneck
Literally,
shit, basically.
literally,
Yeah,
and
what
he
the
became
fuck?
#1. So like right
Which-
now,
but-
that you
but
can see
also
where our
it's
music
like he
industry
wasn't
is
like
going.
at the same time he technically wasn't saying nothing racist. He was just like spitting stereotypes. at the
Yeah,
same-
I mean,
which is like
spitting
some
stereotype,
bullshit, though,
then
at the same
saying
time.
try that in my all-white
Yeah,
small
in my
town.
hood, yeah.
Try that over
Yeah.
here, where we're a sundown town, where we'll
Yeah.
lynch you, nigga.
Yeah,
like
basically,
literally,
that's what it sounded
That's
like,
what
yeah.
it sounded like. Like,
said,
but
"We
I
don't
totally,
handle ya."
but I mean, I totally understand too if that's like, it was kind of more of like a push to like. obviously like
get
just
people
like
to-
Sexy Red, like you know, like you're literally doing shit on purpose to get this like reaction
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like out of
For
people,
sure.
and I feel like that's kind of what he did. Like, yo, you're a country singer, you've been doing this shit for 20-30 years, like you like, bro, fuck it, I gotta start pushing the
Yeah.
fucking the
Pushing
damn
the-
boundaries
yeah,
just so I
yeah.
can get some streams up in
Push
this
the
bitch. And
bubble.
it went number one because of that, like
Yeah,
because
that's
people
his
were trying to
kid.
listen to it to figure out what was going on. People were trying to listen to it because they actually fucked with it. People like all his tours have been selling out now.
Oh my
like
God.
bro's just been doing
What artist
fucking
is
good.
this?
Jason Aldean, but he's been
I
big.
know
Like
that-
he's
I know that
been
name,
big.
but I can't think of his music.
Yeah, I
don't
don't.
even
There's
know a couple,
yeah, you.
but-
We all probably know some kind of popular song by him,
Maybe.
but it's
go
just crazy that this is the turn that he's taking, the more conservative approach for sure.
Not what you like to
It's not
see.
bad though. It's different.
State Fair is
It's
out
different.
I wouldn't say
tomorrow.
it's
Both.
bad. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's what I was
say
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
In the age of Sexy Red,
Yeah,
it's just it's
it's
different.
all right to push the buttons a
Yeah.
little bit,
See
man.
the
That's
video.
what
I mean-
Tragic.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, when people choose black and white, it still always makes a gray area anyway, where
And it
people
makes-
just come together.
And it makes the label bread, who got
Yeah.
both black and white on the label.
yeah, y'all
So
both
it don't
signed
even-
to the.
Yeah, it
'Cause
don't
these-
even fucking
literally-
matter.
Because then you got the fans debating, is this dude racist or not? And then he
Exactly.
goes in the office and he daps up whoever is signed with UMG or whoever the
Yeah.
fuck.
Facts.
Like, he cool with the same niggas y'all think he dissing.
Like I feel like you can't really be on that level.
Like,
and
he could be
like a
signed to the
straight-
same label that
like,
signed
could
Young
you could
Boy.
probably be- You could probably be.
You'd be
racist,
surprised.
But
Yeah,
like,
Morgan Wallen, he was like the nigga that was on the song with Lil Durk, and then
Yeah.
after the song with Lil Durk came out, there's like a video of him just going on like a racist rant after coming from like a bar or some shit at his
oh,
house,
jeez.
just like screaming N bombs, like just going
Oh my
ape
God.
shit.
Just
like,
re-seen the video of Justin Bieber saying the N word.
oh yeah,
when he was
yeah.
a kid.
Yeah,
Just the
they
other day.
covered that beautifully back then.
It
They
just went
covered that
viral
shit so
again.
beautifully back then.
And it was crazy because his friend told him not to say it too.
Yeah.
He said, "Why are black people so scared of chainsaws?" His friend was like, "Don't say it."
Yeah,
He said, "Cause
man.
it goes run, nigga, nigga, nigga."
Yeah, he was crazy, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, his ass is
Jay-Z.
smoking.
And it's
Just
crazy
smoking
because
that
he was like on the
crazy shit.
set of
Yeah,
something.
he was like
he was
literally
like about to get
like he was in a
interviewed for
studio or
something.
something.
Yeah, and it's like they just had the camera rolling, and it's like he just didn't know. But like it's just like, bro, like why you even
Just
had to say
loose.
shit like that? Like
Just loose
Jesus
trying to get
Christ.
clout
Wrong
in
with
front of
your
his
dumb
little
ass, man.
friend.
Oh me.
That's what you know, niggas is definitely low key on some crazy shit when they say.
And
that
then
shit,
right
they think
after
the
that,
camera
did
not
the song
rolling.
with Jaden Smith and shit.
He said, "Whole time, bro, I fuck with niggas though."
Did a whole lot of Red ever?
I
hit
feel like
number
that's
one
how
on
they
anything?
covered it up, low key,
Probably.
by making him
you
just
see it
do
on there?
shit
On
with
that
Jaden
list at all?
Smith.
I only got, when did it come out?
I think 2020.
Whole lot of
though.
red 2020 Christmas.
I think I scrolled.
I was like, I don't know if any of the singles were number one.
No, I
Maybe
don't
the
think they
album
did.
charted
No, I
pretty
don't
well.
think-
but-
Imagine that.
I don't think
singles
any
rap that
single.
would go
No,
one.
not number one.
The
Dude, I
singles,
need this
bro.
nigga Yeet to go number one.
I just
Maybe,
realized-
maybe Sky.
I just realized
What's
that
that?
the Loon logo has a Minnesota on it.
Oh,
Right
wow.
here.
Oh,
That's
they
pretty cool.
spaz.
I
That's
was
cool
I've
as
been
fuck.
wondering why they have those little ridges, and I just looked at it, and it's
They
it's the state,
spaz.
Them
Minnesota.
clever boys.
They said
Little
slight,
ridgery.
subtle flex.
That's crazy.
But State Fair starts tomorrow.
Oh my
Swear to
god,
God.
dude!
Ah,
I'm about
dude,
to
I
go.
ain't definitely
Swear.
going
gonna
when
go
it's
tomorrow.
hot like
Boy,
that, bro. But
This
I'm
the
definitely
first
gonna be
day
at
that fast. This month went by quick. low key.
boy, life go
But if you
fast.
see
shorty.
this
Life
old
hits.
lady video, you have to unmute as soon as you click it too. But she said, "Oh, it's coming out the TV." And,
She was just hungry.
yeah, she was just.
What
laughing.
brings you joy?
He's like, what?
Sex.
I seen this posted somewhere else. This shit had so many likes and views. I was like,
Yeah, I literally thought I seen this. Yeah, somewhere else today too.
yeah,
Alright.
what
But
do
it
you
might
guys-
have been
you guys
just our
excited for the
post.
State Fair.
Bro, I'm about to be in
Definitely.
there every day, boy. I'm about
So
to.
you going tomorrow then?
No.
Bro, say
Nah.
whatever.
I don't know.
Nah,
for
I'm about to go
sure.
at like. I'm trying to go like at least 3 times though.
Right.
We have
I
to,
might
we have
go
to
tomorrow.
revisit our post about the new
might,
food
actually.
or something. See what they get.
I don't know though.
Oh,
It's just
actually,
so.
Let's
I
just
might
go
have
to
to
the
wait
place, get a
till
pickle
next week.
pizza, and then bring it to the State Fair. And
No,
sell it
yeah, I
for
ain't going
$5
tomorrow.
a
If we
slice
going,
outside.
if we going to the Whoop
That'd
That'd
tomorrow,
actually be a
y'all all going to Union tomorrow? You going, Vino?
Ooh.
Union.
I'm gonna think about it. It's been a very long time
I
since
haven't
I've
gone
gone
to a
to
club
any
in so-
club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
fact.
sure.
I don't even know if
I
I've
haven't popped on.
been to a club since like last year. I feel like.
Like a legit club? Yeah, I haven't
Like
gone
dead
to
ass,
a
I don't
club.
think I
last time
have.
went
Yeah.
was like Liz's birthday celebration.
Which was like last year, wasn't that?
Last time I went
Or was
to a
that
club? That was
her
in May.
graduation? No,
Oh,
I think
her
that was her
graduation.
graduation
That
because
was
I feel
in-
like we left for
When
her
was
birthday.
that? That was still in. Was that?
That was like at the end of last year. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I dead ass haven't been in the club since last year
Oh
on
no,
some
I
nut
did go
shit.
for I went for Khalil's girl's birthday at
Mhm.
Rain.
Oh yeah.
But I was
Kato
wasn't nothing crazy though. I
boys.
didn't get like drunk or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the club scene.
Yeah, I
don't
haven't
know. I
gone
don't even
out
know what the
forever.
club scene's
I don't
like.
even
People
know
been
what the
saying
hell is
club
even
scene's
going
been
on in there.
nice. Recently,
know.
they've been saying it's been peaceful and happy and good times.
I mean, yeah,
but
you haven't heard no
I just
shooting,
don't like
no.
spending like
none.
too much money in the club. Like that's just where it gets.
It just
me.
feels crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
mean,
fun. If you're celebrating something, then go for it.
Yeah.
like,
We're
that's just why you
celebrating
just can't go-
Trayson's
just can't go
Madison
every-
video drop.
Every weekend.
the
like,
thing
go out
is
to do.
I'd way rather go to a bar
yeah,
than
I'd
a
rather go to
club.
the bar.
Yeah, to be real.
Like,
Like a
I'd way rather
brewery
go to
or
the
some
bar
shit.
just because like I feel like the vibes are just different in terms of like
Like,
you can like talk to
stereotypical.
people.
It's
and
just. I was gonna
shit.
say it's more
Yeah.
It's like,
chatty.
I feel like at the club, it's like
Everybody
niggas
just.
trying to act cool. Everybody
Everybody
just
just
wanna be cool.
just
Like, so that
standing
shit's so
around,
hard.
just fucking.
Niggas
But it
tryna
depends.
hate on some
Sometimes,
shit.
because back in the day, I remember when we used to be going out like, what, like 2019,
Mhm.
all them rooftop vibes. That shit used to be so. Turned,
No, yeah,
like,
that shit
every
definitely
weekend.
was turned. I feel like in 2019,
Like when
that
we
shit
used to
was
be popping
different.
out like with Rhodey and
Yeah, that
Darren
shit
and
was
all them.
definitely
That shit
different
was
for
so
sure.
different.
And I feel like it was different because like nobody really knew us and we were like
Yeah.
just young as hell
Yeah.
back then.
Like, who
For
is
sure.
these niggas?
Who is these little ass niggas in this club? Like, what the hell is going on?
That shit
But
was
yeah,
so
no, that shit was lit. I'd say that was lit. Because Tez was like, what, like 22, 23
22
at that time?
at that time.
Yeah.
I was 21.
Yeah.
I think y'all
so
were
yeah.
just turning 21.
We were
I
like
was,
19.
19,
Yeah, we were like
20,
19, 18.
Yeah, that shit was
When I
crazy.
first got in the club, I was like 19.
Wait, so
Mhm.
that first night at
Maybe
Union,
18.
yeah, y'all wasn't even
we were
21.
19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was
Shit
crazy.
was fucking
Probably
insane.
19. Yeah, but
I'm about to call it fast.
But I feel like too, like maybe my
drink.
my young-minded perception just thought it was so much cooler than it actually was too. Though
Like,
yeah.
I feel
But
like
no,
that's
we,
what-
I, no, I
Yeah,
definitely,
the first
no, I
time you go
definitely
in
remember
there,
us talking just
crazy.
way more though. Like the club vibe in general was
Yeah.
way different. Like
Yeah.
everybody was just
I feel like
chopping
now
it up.
when I go, it's a lot of people just like standing around.
Yeah, standing
staring at
around,
each
that's what I'm
other
saying.
and,
This-
like,
this
judging
past
each
year,
other.
yeah,
It's just
I
been
don't know if
standing
it's just
around.
the type of like club nights we go to. Where
I'd say
it's a
during
lot of,
COVID,
like,
it was
different-
kind of back in that 2019-esque vibe where everybody was talking
So
and
I
shit.
feel like a lot of the club nights we may go to or the celebrations we go to, it's a lot of like different entrepreneurs, like
Yeah.
clothing designers, artists that are in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, like, if it's no secret, a lot of people talk about this about Minnesota, that people just have animosity towards each other. So when they see someone in the same field as them in a club setting, like, they're just not necessarily overjoyed to see them or overjoyed to see like them having fun as well. It's
Shit.
just like that weird like animosity
Yeah,
in
I
the air
don't
that
have
people. It's
that,
not
but-
like open arms, hugs. You want a shot? Like, come over here. Let's have some fun. It's more
Which
of,
is
like,
how it
just
used to be,
staring
though.
down-
That's-
just stare 'em
that's-
down across the room, and then when you lock eyes, look away type of vibe.
Like it really
that's-
used to be
that's
like
what I
we
get
walk in a
from a lot of
nigga
people.
section and the
Yeah.
whole
Weird.
VIP is your section.
Yeah.
Like that's how it used to be. So it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
different.
everybody's VIP sections. Used
Yeah,
to mesh
niggas used to
together,
be
you'd
walking
walk in
around
between
with
each other,
bottles, fucking
and
everything.
now it's just. I mean, I haven't gone in a long time.
Yeah,
but
same.
Last time I went out, it wasn't like
It's
that.
not like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing to the
It's
club
straight.
vibes? Y'all killing the club vibes. The shit is dry. Turn it back up.
Damn. You did turn it up, man.
Mm.
But yeah, it's and it's just like I feel like I haven't seen as many videos lately from the clubs unless it's like a big
Mhm.
artist there or something.
For sure.
So like normally I feel like I was like kind of used to like scrolling through Snap.
Yeah,
or
used to get
scrolling through
bombarded.
Instagram,
But
and you would
also,
just
I did
see, like,
notice
what
that,
club is busting, what's going on.
BTC
That's right.
he hasn't hosted in like 2-3 months, and so that's why you don't see as many videos because he used to have Jackson doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, I know a lot of like tomorrow night, Polo Scott, Newski, and DJ A1. I think there's another DJ too that's DJing at Union, and they've been like that trio's been like they be everywhere Wednesday through Sunday. They be
No, yeah,
making
they
hits
always
every
got
night.
shit buzzing, but
They
that's
always
just
got
like
it bussin'.
I don't know what they be on. Their crowd is different though. It's
Yeah.
different in every location too, so just depends.
I just wonder,
Definitely.
I want to. Like, I kind of wish I was like a DJ, because like no
I'm
matter
a
what you get paid,
DJ.
if people pull up or
Bro,
not,
you
you know what I'm
do.
saying? Like you just.
I mean, but the
there you just and if you get if you
DJing
could
is
get
like a
scheduled
craft
Wednesday
with the
through Sunday to
same as
DJ for
cameraman. You
2
just
4
pull
hours,
up.
you can get a bag.
But I feel like the more promo skills you have, or like the
The more you
reason
can
that
make-
people can pull up
Yep.
is because of you.
That's what
The
Polo
more
Scott
you
was
get
talking about in
paid.
the
For
interview.
sure, for sure.
He's like the
Mhm.
DJ. You should learn if you're a DJ. You should learn to also be the host and the promoter.
Yeah,
so you can get
'cause, I
paid
mean,
off all
shit,
those bags.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
fucking Vegas, bro. Like they not fucking selling out these clubs, selling $100 drinks because it's just every
Hosted by
hosted
Joe
by.
Schmo and his
Yeah,
by
you know
Tom
they know who the
Machine.
fuck is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Whether it's Steve Aoki, DJ Mustard, they know what kind of music is gonna be played. They know
Facts.
exactly how the vibe is gonna be, so they know that they're gonna walk in there and spend their money, so they can feel like a baller.
For sure.
But like, yeah, if you got like no name people and you're just paying them, it's like I wouldn't expect your event to go as smoothly as you think it will be. But
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
imagine if you do, let's say it is like Minnesota, and you do bring fucking a Steve Aoki to Skyway, you know you're gonna sell some fucking tickets. You know you're gonna make some money, and you know
Fuck
people are gonna
yeah.
buy some VIP and shit like that.
He's gonna cash. the
That's
fuck
why it's
out, pull
cold
up
that
off
Young
the
Moody
lounge.
even fit into that bag even more so, to that niche where it's like clubs are still willing to spread their budget to pay him to flip on the stage for 30 minutes before the artist blow up.
Yeah, but I think too, yeah, his
Well, yeah, 'cause I feel like when an
networking,
artist
His
like,
networking skills
an
and his
artist is only
name
there gonna,
holds
like,
weight now.
only gonna like show face for like 10 minutes at the
Mhm.
club. Like
Yeah.
actually like grab the mic and
Yeah,
do
for
something.
sure.
So they
A
really
lot
need
of the
someone
times,
to
yeah.
Moody
do
like a
something the rest of
supporting
the night.
act.
He is.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
He's like
Literally
a supporting act that also gets to come on stage when the artist is on stage,
Mhm.
which is actually dope.
turned as fuck.
Shit fire.
I mean,
I remember, damn, yeah, Young Moody. I think we talked about this on my I interviewed him like a year or two ago. But I remember when I was at the Lil TJ Kid Leroy show, and this was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Now it's our most viewed video on our YouTube page, and Young Moody was there, like young Moody, trying to basically finesse his way on stage to build his resume.
Mhm.
And I just remember seeing that, and like the security giving him a hard time, but eventually he got backstage and then was on stage, I think, with Lil TJ for like a second, or at least backstage. And whether or not he got it or not, he got on that stage or not, he's been on plenty of stages. Like, but that's just kind of how you do it. Like, I think he taught me some sauce. He's like, he would show up, he'd figure out what time sound check is and just try to show up to sound check and just become familiar with security guards. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'll be back later for the show. So you pull up, same dude, he just lets you in.
Yeah.
Like it's
clever
like an
shit.
easy finesse. Like if you can actually be presentable, you're not trying to pull up like 20 deep or something. Like you would
Yeah.
all your
Yeah,
guys,
about your
like, oh, we
business and
finna
shit.
finesse backstage. Like, no, you're by yourself. You a promoter. You got something to offer too. And then you talk to the artist, be like, yo, I'm a local host promoter out here. Blah blah blah. I can do backflips. I can dance. Whatever. Like let me turn up the stage
Yeah.
with you. Most artists would be like, yeah, like they on tour. They don't got
like
they don't
Bucky.
got that
They don't have
supporting
shit else
cast
to
with
do,
them
yeah.
anyways. It's just them
Yeah.
on stage. So you get to use that opportunity to build your name. You get a TikTok out of it. You get a bunch of people tagging you on the gram out of it. And then all of a sudden you do that 20 times. And now people want to book you for shows because they just see you do this shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So
you
you
go
know
from
that you
0
can
to
turn
100.
people up. Yeah, no cap.
Mhm.
No
It
cap.
was beautiful to see, man.
So it's
even
all
DJ
finesse.
Mondo too.
Yeah,
I'd say he
it's
did a
all
really good
finesse.
job at being that promoting DJ personality MC too. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
he can run a full show if he wants to. He can just
True.
turn up the crowd if he wants to. He can make shit entertaining if he wants to. Like it's definitely like I feel like it's an art. It's a craft, just like music
It's
is. Like
definitely a craft.
being an artist.
My
is.
favorite is still
Definitely,
honestly DJ Cam Bennett. I just rock with, bro.
Cam
His
Bennett.
sauce. Yeah. He just calm, cool, and collected with it.
Yeah.
But he really good at spinning though.
Yeah, and I think
Bro.
for Cam Bennett, his biggest thing is his social media presence and his
Mhm.
following and shit like that.
Yeah.
That has helped him get in a lot of avenues and
Mhm.
venues and stuff. And I think that that's like really dope. But I
Yeah.
also just think like that because I know he's been on the touring circuit too. Like
Mhm.
he's done all
Oh
that.
yeah, he was
too.
Lil Bibby's head DJ when he
Yeah.
was on tour back in the day.
And then who's Mondo? Was it Mondo Herbos or I forgot. I feel like it was some Chicago artist or something.
Mondo was doing
Doing something with a
doing,
big
like, his
artist.
own- Oh yeah, I feel he might have been. I know he was the host for the Buccaneers, or not the Buccaneers, the Milwaukee Bucks this last season, like their
Oh,
in-game
yeah.
host, like on the mic,
Yeah.
and he turned it down for this year. So he's getting bagged somewhere else.
God
Mhm.
Damn, that's
yeah,
crazy.
no
So if
cap.
Lil Bibby still chose to be a rapper instead of managing Juice WRLD, TJ Cam Bennett would have still been on tour. That'd be crazy.
Okay.
Hey man, money calls.
For sure.
Yeah, Minnesota's bred a lot of good DJs too. Like DJ Bonix is Wiz
Oh,
Khalifa's
yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
DJ Tip is obviously Young Gravy's main
Gravy's, yeah.
DJ.
Yeah, for sure.
Tip-
Polo
he's
Scott
dope.
Tip
did- he
really
went on tour
mastered
with an
that
artist.
persona,
yeah,
that
no,
image, that
Tip
image
has the
for a
character
DJ.
for sure for his
Mhm.
DJ.
Sophia Aries
He's
is
cold with
Lizzo's DJ.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Sophia
is
Aries.
Lizzo's
And she
DJ.
also works on the radio too, right? Or
at
she
one
used
point,
to.
95 was
Nice,
still a
what?
thing.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Same with Bonix used to, but not anymore. Like all these,
Yeah.
most of those guys did. Like Ray Mills used to, and now he doesn't. But it's cool too. Like a lot of these, like see the DJs out here that be DJing the sports games. Like Ray Mills will do the Viking. He does the Vikings like pregame and preseason games, and then he does he does some Twins games. DJ YS does all the Minnesota Wild games, and
Yeah, that should
probably
be fire.
guest appearances at like some Twins games. Like the Twins always rotate. Even Nerdy's DJs at the Twins games sometimes. DJ Christian Banca, I think is how you say his name. He's like a Spanish DJ out here. He DJs at Twins games, and obviously Mad Mardigan at every Wolves game. It's a lot of cool DJs out here, and a lot of the sports teams be just kind of like, they're not like outsourcing some like random name to just like move here and be like the face of it. Like just
Yeah.
find the talent out here that works for them.
Okay,
For
bro.
real.
That's just fire. That's just super fire.
For real, Skid.
Is there anything else we need to add before we close off today? It's getting warm back here. We got to
Support
AC
your
back
local
on.
talent, man. There's a lot of talent in Minnesota. There's a lot of things that are going on. I think
Okay.
like Minnesota does so well in excelling in a lot of things that we need to excel in our music industry.
To be real.
Oh my God, no, but but I think like for sure like as a community we should come together the same way that we do for our businesses and for our overall cleanliness and well-being the same way that we do for our music industry. Let's grow and adapt to that to the same level.
Bro.
Let's make
Let's
a
put
$1
Minnesota
billion
on top.
music industry in Minnesota.
Nigga, Motown, Minnesota,
cool.
you heard?
For real, for real. Buy the whole block, just create
Bro,
studio.
literally. Studios
Downstairs.
upstairs, just straight
So you can
drip
buy
down here.
studio equipment for sale down here.
Bro, it's just so crazy
And
seeing
then
how much
studio
Barry Gordy
upstairs.
bought that house for,
That nigga,
bro.
was it like 800?
It was like a few $100,
Like, nigga
bro.
got that shit for a
Like,
few $100.
let
Bro,
us
we could
buy
buy
our
a
buildings.
for a couple
block.
Yeah,
hundred.
let's
It's
buy our
cold.
shit for a few
Go to, like,
$100.
some
We could
random
go
city with, like,
crazy.
a population of like 20, and you'll find one.
Oh,
Hey, but
me.
we making albums in Appalachia.
That'd be scary. Living in a
Bro, really
I don't know,
cold.
I'd be
He bought
scared to
the
live in a
whole
small town. That
Just
has,
in
like, 100
Wyoming,
population,
Minnesota.
Like an
Fuck
hour
yeah.
away from
it.
close
I don't
city.
live
Like you
in
could die.
Wyoming
You
in
could
them
die.
little
Nobody
Kanye
would know you
huts.
died for like a month.
Yeah,
The
no, yeah,
Kanye,
100%.
what
Unless
was
your
it?
family
The
that visits
Easy
you a
Art
lot.
Institute.
I mean,
I
I feel
mean,
like
that
in
shit
a town of
expensive
100
now. He
people,
made
though,
that shit
everybody
expensive.
knows you though.
Yeah.
So like, let's say like in that
Maybe
town,
unless you're
like
new to that town, then you just knocked off
they
the
definitely
face of
gonna
the earth.
know you unless you pull up to that small town, die first week. Niggas gonna know who
We
you
just go
are.
out to Duluth and just buy all their like just shitty shanty spots and just rebuild it into a music empire.
We might as well,
That's the
bro.
way to do it,
To
probably.
be real, one day that's gonna be a big ass city up there. We might as
Could do it
well
in
get the
Mankato.
real estate now.
Plenty of real estate. There's plenty of business buildings available out there.
Well,
Oh,
for-
yeah.
Open up
Well,
a Chick-fil-A
for
and
the buck
Popeyes
50?
too. It'll be up.
I
And
mean-
Mankato's the next
Buck 50
Motown.
and a side of chicken.
Hey, Mankato, Minnesota.
Just open
Home of the
everything.
Waterwave Collective.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
appreciate y'all.
We'll catch y'all 1521 Como Avenue, Southeast Minneapolis, Minnesota, man. Waterway TV. Slide through. We buy, sell, trade, vintage gear, and freaking sneakers and designer wear. I'll see y'all later. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
I'll never forget that day. It was me and